Howdy folks, how are you today, and welcome back to the Chad Keegan YouTube channel. Just popped in over here to Napoleon, Ohio to get my first load with this new transmission housing and shifter. And I did, remember I talked about getting that grease job and stuff and oil change. Look at this. Look at all the grease that was on that fifth wheel. That's crazy. I gotta clean that off before I take off down the road because I do not want that all over my truck. But once I get back in the truck, because I've already hooked up, I gotta slide my tandems and stuff, lock the pins in and everything. And once I do that, we will, I'll hook you up. That way we can go down the road with this transmission, see how it shifts with a load, because it's shifting beautiful bobtailing. So I'm sure with a load, it's just gonna be fantastic. But I'm at least gonna swipe some of that big stuff off and get rid of this. That way I can not have a bunch of shit all over my truck, and then we'll boogie on down the road. You know what time it is? We doing it. Well folks, I'm not sure how radical your angle is going to be there. Sorry if you're crooked. It's just what it is. Because I didn't check you on my phone, I just threw you back here. Do that tuggy real quick. I'm going to try to straighten you out just a skosh here. See how you're doing. Hopefully that's cool. Tuggy, we are good. So I've got a bust ass here. It is earlier than when I usually start. It's 1:28. Because there's a guy named Dib that needs some help filling out his application stuff. He wants to buy a truck and lease onto the company, so I might help him out because I'm basically the one that referred him. Yeah, this is great. He stopped me about 5 months ago out at the ramp and asked me a bunch of questions, and wants to get into being an owner-operator, so I'm gonna go over to the ramp, grab a load, and then I'm gonna go meet him at the Petro so I can help him fill out the application, answer some questions about being an owner-operator that he has, and then continue on with my day. So hopefully this goes smooth, but yeah, this thing shifts like a dream. This is really nice. I'm real happy with how this turned out. And I think even getting new cables probably would have helped it out, but the whole housing and all, without it leaking and stuff and being brand new and all that stuff, is just beautiful. Just beautiful. I'm just in love with it. So really pleased on how that turned out, and already figuring this whole movement out. As soon as I got in the truck, I was like, yeah, if I can't be jerking around and having that, you know, slamming and jamming and throwing it into the wrong gear. So, new year, new me. It's how we're going to be. Things are going to change. I can feel it. Alright, I'm going to go grab my paperwork and then get moving down the road so we can get this day going. And here's something crazy. The load I'm picking, I got to pick up a load and take it over to Best Buy in Findlay, and the thing only weighs 952 pounds. Froze up. He didn't kick once I get down the road, I guess. Slides in there like a hot butter knife. It's the first time I've run this truck in almost 2 weeks. Wednesday 2 weeks ago was the last time I worked, which is a nice break. I'm telling you right now, it's a really nice break. Didn't get everything done I would have liked to, but that's okay because give me stuff to do in the future. I didn't want to cram everything in, you know. I did the important stuff that I needed to, and there's still a few things that are important that I need to do, and I'll get to those. But, you know, the shifter housing and linkage and those cables was the main priority. So, I don't really care for brakes on this too much, but I guess it'll do. So it's 41,000 pounds, almost 42,000 pounds. Figure out what I'm doing here. And trying to shift into high range and low range already. Yesterday, but they said there was only colder on Sunday. She said there was only like 6 loads because Whirlpool wasn't shipping, so I said okay, I'll sit at home again, which when things slow down, I don't mind sitting at home, because I know there's guys that have payments, you know, house payments, car payments, kids, things like that, that it doesn't bother me if I sit around and let them take the loads. I'm not that greedy. I mean, I like money like everybody else, but I'll take advantage of the times when they don't want to work or can't work because of their home life situations, you know. Because that's how me and the wife have things set up. Able to do that, pick and choose, you know, when I work, what I do, all that good stuff. Just really pleased with this whole shifter situation. Almost like a brand new truck, but not quite, just brand new components. There's other things I'd like to make brand new before I consider this a brand new truck, but it's good enough for me the way it is. So I built this truck the way I wanted it to be, to build my comforts. Yeah, and if you get an old truck, that's all you really got to do. You know, build it for you. Really go in mind of building this truck to impress a bunch of people. I mean, I'm a person that works it, so I'm the one who needs to be impressed and comfortable. That's about it. Besides trying to get over here so I can meet Deb on time. I told him 2:30. Hopefully I can make that. up too much. I had it plugged in for probably about 3 hours this morning, and fired right up, no problem. Better than the other day. Better than the other day. Yeah, running nice and smooth since I got that oil change and stuff. That grease is crazy. That's way too much grease. I just wiped it off onto a paper towel and kind of covered it up like a big old dog turd. Threw it in my bucket, so hopefully I don't get a bunch of grease all over the place when I go to throw it away. But who knows? Who knows? Alright, well, I'll catch up with you after a bit. I'm going to punch out and turn on the radio and see what's good on there. So hopefully everybody has a good day. And good start to 2022. Well, that was fun just leaving this Best Buy distribution center. That cost me 45 minutes. Sitting there waiting, man. There's a pretty decent line. I gotta lock this thing on, but even though it's empty, I still want to get them locked in. Alrighty then. Feel that? I did too. Get out of here. Looks like there's 2 lanes. Should be able to go right here. Dib at the Love's got him all hooked up. Gave him a different application because he said he left the other one in the truck. Couldn't believe that I only paid $100 a month for insurance, my personal self, on the trucks for the policies that I have. But I told him, I said, well, it just depends on how much of a, liability policy you want. Like, I thought they told me it'd be $1,000 a month. I said, no, dude, not even close. Maybe if you have your own DOT number. Other than that, man, this thing is running good, shifting amazing. Rolled through the scales, they didn't even bother me. I only had 9,000 pounds on that trailer, so they could have probably cared less. They're probably like, well, look at that thing. Look at that ugly ass truck. But they didn't say, let's pull him in and check him out. They just gave me a green light and I rolled through. So now that I'm leaving Findlay, I got to run over to Clyde. Get a load and then I'm done. And he couldn't believe that I was going to be done in like 6 hours probably. Well, I mean, besides waiting over there for 45 minutes, taking about 45 minutes out to mess with him, that's an hour and a half that I lost. If I'd have just been going like that, like I usually am, I'd have crushed it. But I'm not like, I don't know, I guess this year I'm just going to try to slow down a little bit and not be in such a hurry all the time. I don't want to be rushing and ramming and jamming and, gotta go. I'll just do what I can. Take more time to spend with the kids. Especially my daughter, it's her senior year. She lives 45 minutes away and I'm trying to make as much time as I can for her. But it's hard because she works. She has a job, She doesn't have her driver's license. She don't want it because she knows I'm going to buy her a car when she gets it. But she's, on her 16th birthday is when COVID really started and everything basically shut down. So she was unable to get her driver's permit, unable to have a sweet 16, unable to do anything. It really stunk for her, and she just doesn't care. She's got friends that drive that run her around, and she lives 2 blocks away from her school, so she can walk. She works at her school, so it's not a big deal for her not to have her driver's license. I just told her, I said, something you're going to want to get, though. because it's just something you want to have, you know, even if you don't use it, even if you don't have a car, ain't no big deal, you still want it just in case. So be on the lookout for a first car. Starting that early though, I can tell you that much right now the rest of the week. I'm taking tomorrow off. Yeah, I know, I just had a bunch of time off, but it's supposed to be super windy, but it's supposed to be like almost 40 degrees, so I'm going to take advantage of one more nice day before it drops down into the upper 20s for the next couple of weeks. And then I did see in a forecast that it's supposed to be up in the higher 30s in a couple of weeks, but you never know what's going to happen, and if it's really going to be that warm, I have to take advantage of that now because I need to get one more thing done I want to that's kind of important to me. The rest of the stuff I can deal with the cold bitterness, but especially when I want to wash this thing, which I want to wash this thing, I need to clean some of the grease off that's under there that's just slopped around from that wonderful grease job I got, which I don't think I'll ever let that happen again, or the guy that did it no longer works there. He was quitting at the end of the year, so I'll just make sure that I tell, if I ever do have to grease my truck up again, say, if you see excess grease, you better wipe it off when you're done, because I don't want a bunch of grease slinging all over my shit. Because I always wipe the excess grease off because, well, I can. No need to have a big old blob of grease like this just hanging out on the side. Guess what? I didn't come in here to get that done. I changed it. Don't touch the stuff. Do what I tell you to do and not anything extra. I never let them change my fuel filters. I always do them myself because I'm going to check them out and stuff. Which I can do my own oil filter and coolant filter. I just don't have the oil capacity to be, you know, doing that stuff in the driveway. If I had a bigger catch man, which I could probably pick one up, I just don't want to be tipping around freaking 10 gallons of oil trying to drain it into jugs. This doesn't sound like any fun. Plus, I don't mind visiting them, you know. It's nice to go over and see those guys once in a while. Let them know I still care and still know who they are, remember them. I'm just calling when I need something. I'll come over and get the basic stuff done too. Morning, folks. Just sitting out here in the garage for my morning rendezvous. And super windy out already. Yesterday, dispatcher called me and says, "Do you want to? What's the verdict for tomorrow?" And I said, "I'm not working. You know, it's supposed to be windy." And I sent him a screenshot of the wind, the gust possibility. And the thing about running in the wind is, if they shut the ramp down, I'm stuck somewhere with a trailer or an empty, a load. I could be sitting somewhere for hours or drop it and have to bobtail home and then have to go get it the next day, so I just don't do it. Plus, it's dangerous, you know. there was a container that got knocked off a chassis over in Fremont, Indiana, maybe 2 months ago from a guy that didn't lock his stuff down. And you don't want that. You know, that's costly, could be costly and dangerous. Somebody could get killed, so that's why I just don't do it. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm not sure I'll do any work on the truck because it's 36 out and feels like 25, so I don't know. We'll see, I guess. The wife asked me already this morning what I would do. It's like 9:30, and I said probably nothing. So we'll see, but did pick up some gloves yesterday, and you know, the price of these gloves are getting expensive. Looked at these at Walmart, and they're $25 a package of these, and there's like 50, I think, in here, 100. Not exactly sure how many's in this box. It doesn't say. But I usually get these from Harbor Freight because they're the best ones, and they were on sale, so I went and picked up 3 boxes because I need them. And I like them, so that's one good thing to have. But the price of things are just going up, and it's crazy, especially things like that or masks. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's what it is. Supply and demand, I guess, since all the crap that's been going on. But good times, I can tell you that much right now. So whether I do anything or not, it's just what it is. But yeah, it's gonna be nasty out again. Hopefully we don't have no trees come down, because I don't want to be without power. Or you can hear that wind just whipping around. It was 22 miles steady, but who knows what the gusts are out here. And you know, I've had calls before where they shut the ramp down. I'm like, I didn't plan on starting anyways, but yeah, there's just no point. And I feel bad for anybody who is out dealing with this stuff, because, you know, it's dangerous, especially if you're running just an empty or Conestoga. You know, those things are nothing but big kites. And I used to pull a Conestoga when I first started, and man, that thing would get crazy. But it's what it is when you're in this industry. Do what you can. Get the loads where you need to get them, when you need to get them there. So this will probably conclude this video today. Hopefully you like, share, subscribe, and comment. And if you are a truck driver, drop it. Drop what you do, what you pull, what you drive, things like that. Always like to hear about everybody else's old iron. Just got an email from a guy. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. John Taylor has a 1994 Freightliner Cabover that he sent me some pictures that he used for a hauling for like a pavement company. So that's cool. Always appreciate that kind of stuff, you know, being able to see other people's trucks. So always really enjoy that. But until next time, you know what we say, we will see ya. Howdy folks, and how are you today? And welcome back to the Chad Keegan YouTube channel. January 1st, and it's a new me, because I need to clean my garage. It is a freaking hot mess, and I need to get this stuff taken care of, get some of this stuff off the wagon. And my desk is just atrocious here, or my work area, if you will. And I need to get some space cleared off over in this region, because I'd like to get the Cushman and park it right in here, because we are going to have some nasty weather coming in later this afternoon. Around 1 o'clock it's supposed to start raining, and then it is supposed to switch over to snow, and we've got a winter weather advisory. 1 to 3 inches, I believe, overnight. So already talked to the dispatcher about tomorrow. She said everything is closed right now because it's a holiday, and yeah, she said there was only 2 loads for tomorrow. So I said, don't even worry about scheduling me, because there's really no point in me running 2 loads in nasty weather. So I told her I'd touch base with her tomorrow about Monday, and we'll see. And then it's supposed to get cold after that. We're supposed to have one day where it's supposed to be like 39, I think, on Wednesday, but it's supposed to be super windy, like 30-mile-per-hour winds. And then after that, it's just going to dip. So I may have to dig out the old winter front for the Frankenstein and throw that on too here in the future. But yeah, I need to get this place cleaned up because it is bad. Well, folks, we got her done. She is clean. Look at that. Ain't that something? And while I was digging around, I did find some things. that little piece right there was what come out of the transmission, that old transmission, that 9-speed I had when I changed the fluid. I don't know what that is, a piece of cast or something. I found these little knobs that I snagged from the old truck that I had peeled all that interior and stuff out of when I went over to Pennsylvania to get the parts for Frankenstein when it was in the accident, which the dealership couldn't get. The old Cushman in here too. So that's nice. And I've got boxes of truck parts over there. And somebody said that for the lights, those tail lights, that I should get some trucks lights. Well, I've got some over here. And they're in a box right now. I've got those sweet ones right there that I'm going to put on in the spring. And I've also got that bad boy that I'm going to put on. So that'll be nice when I do that finally. Like I said before, I do that now, but I don't want to get all that road salt on there, which I know eventually it will, but you know, it's just something that I'll do in the spring. So, well, at least this is clean. Check out that picture of that truck back here. I picked that up at an antique store probably about 2 years ago, and that's a nice looking Kenworth. And hopefully someday my truck, a picture of my truck, will be at an antique store and someone will appreciate it as much. Jake the Snake, Macho Man hanging out. Toxic. That can get changed one of these days. That placard from old Betty White. Poor old Betty White. Get the different placard on there for, and you know, do that. But I was also digging around and I found this. It is a cross reference for truck parts, heavy duty truck parts. That's nice. So I can get into that and cross reference things if I need to, because never know where you can get parts from for these trucks, especially the older ones. So that's going to conclude this. I know this is a short one, but yeah, I could have hooked the GoPro up and probably showed you walking me back and forth about 50 million times trying to find places for things, but I didn't. So I'm going to go inside now because me and the wife are going to have a crawfish boil here later on, and maybe I'll shoot that. I don't know. So hopefully you enjoyed this short clip. And till the next time, you know what we say, we will see you.